1974 Rugby League Challenge Cup final. It will be Murphy to kick. He'll try to get length to put Warrington into an attacking position from the word go. Dave Dias. Boy, who scored that very good try, which you've seen earlier today on grandstand. Jimmy Thompson. It is said the first 20 minutes will be a battle of the forwards. We shall see. And then after 20 minutes, half an hour, will anything break? I don't think it'll be the same start that it was last year with Featherstone. Wind rather crossed the way, but it's a good kick. It was not quite sure what he was aiming for, I think. It was Keith Bell trying to put the ball down. However, let's look at the first scrum, because this is the John Bridges or Kevin Ashcroft. When they last met in the last final, there's Ashcroft, the one on the right, Chisnell on his right, Brian Brady. That's a good idea of what front row scrummaging is all about. And you can see the real hard boys there. Harry Gordon put the ball in, and the first scrum to Featherstone. John knew that a good start for Featherstone in winning the scrum there. Dave Hartley, strong man in the Featherstone back division, score of 19 tries. Keith Bell, Jimmy Thompson, good tourist Jimmy Thompson in Australia. Stevie Nash, anybody going for a drop yet? No. Bridges, little short one. Oof, that was a hard one, and the touch judge is in, and it's a penalty, and Murphy is appealing against this, and he's lost 10 yards by talking. He came up here. Now this was this short pass here to Hartley. Now this is the moment of impact. What happened? Well, he certainly went up, did Murphy. Whether he was going for the ball or what. Box to kick for Featherstone. No score. 2 points to 0 for Featherstone. 3 minutes 15 seconds, and a delighted Harold Box and Featherstone crowd there. Delighted because he kicked a goal at his first chance. He couldn't play last year because injury, and Kelly kicked 8 out of 8, I think it was, and he was hoping he might be in. But Murphy to restart. Well, that was quite a dramatic start to this match, a taste of things to come. It will contain all the ingredients of rugby league, good and bad and otherwise, I would imagine. I don't think either team has much of the nervous quality about them by now. Usually say it's about quarter of an hour, but not these fellows. Featherstone here last year. Second scrum won by Featherstone. Mike Smith gone through two, but he's running into trouble. But he was quite good when he set off. He could have come back off his left foot. He might have got through this side opening. They went into trouble. Bell, drop pass. He's offside. He must be. Featherstone player offside. Alan Rhodes, in fact. Sam Shepherd signalling a sort of a playing the drums type of thing. Derek Whitehead's going to kick for touch, I would think. 159 goals. So there's Derek Whitehead, a man who's been around rugby for a while, but a good fullback. We've seen him score quite a lot of tries, international, Lancashire County man. He's been playing for Warrington about 4 seasons. He's played with Swinton and Oldham. Two points to 0 for Featherstone as he takes his run. No goal. Oh, nice heartbreak. This is dead right. He's got Nicholas the nearest to him. The best run of the match so far, taken by Harold Box, and it's a 6th tackle coming up. Is he going to burst? Is he too far out to have a drop? He's a little short one up. He was obstructed. Murphy's down. Murphy's rolled over twice. Murphy's on the ground. There he is, rolling. Roll over. This is it. It was a short kick. The short kick. Now, then after that one came, there's the incident. It was Harold Box who went in. Murphy went down, but he won't be going off. 2 points to 0 for Featherstone. Second attempt. Now Murphy's not looking again. He's in his own half, and he's looking towards his own goal post. Now when he kicks this, he's playing now. And it's a goal. It's a goal shot. 2-2. So the promise of a great match. You can feel it that there's going to be breaks suddenly. Tackling is still good. There's still a lot of strength, and somebody's in there for a bit of an attempted punch. And Whitehead to kick, and it looks a goal to me. It is a goal, and what a delight to smile to put Warrington in front for the first time. Featherstone 2, Warrington 4. And we should probably see now a change of pattern, because up to this point of time, Featherstone seemed to, because they were getting the ball from the scrum, just seemed to be a little bit on top. But that will have put life into Warrington, and the ball into the hands of Mike Nicholas, Wolfsman, Aberaban. Kick, not going to go, but it's a good one, because John Bevan with his stockings down, taking the tackle, and Harold Box become a rare old favourite as John Bevan for Warrington. Mike Smith, sense of urgency now. Oh, well taken by Harris. It could have easily been a drop or a knock on, took it well. John Bridges, father a hooker with Castleford. Yes, it'll run. Quite a bit of wind. I think Warrington are probably, that flag is rather indicating that it's more or less going across the field rather than down. And those of you who know Wembley so well, Warrington are defending the players' dressing rooms, as it were. Harold Box. Jimmy Thompson. Les Tongs, usually the one to make a few yards, but combined effort making sure that he doesn't make any yardage, and the referee is talking to Barry Philbin. He's not even talking to him. I think it was for possibly using his head and not for thinking with. And the penalties with this one, 4-3 for the Wires. You know the Wires of Warrington, don't you? Box the kicker. The score, Featherstone 2, Warrington 4. Did you go? 4-4 as young Harold Box, no doubt highly delighted with that. Mike Nicholas, the Welshman. Harry Gordon, the Lancastrian. Brian Brady in his benefit year. And Kevin Ashcroft will be doing some drop goals if needed. Dave Wright having a good match. Seems to be coming through and half getting through and then being tackled, but at least making a little progress. Brady goes off. On comes Bobby Wanbon. He's got a badly cut head. And it looks as if he's going to the dressing room. He could be going to get some stitches in. Number 15, Whitehead to kick a goal. He's kicked 2. Box to kick. Both full-backs are the goal kickers. It'd be a tremendous reasonably good goal. The wind seems to be doing all sorts of tricks. Whitehead runs, 4-4. He's got the length. He's got a goal too! Well, that's a delighted Murphy, and a delighted Warrington lot too. Warrington, who last won the Rugby League Cup 20 years ago, they drew here 4-4, the only draw ever at Wembley, and then went to Oxford before 100,000 people and won the cup 20 years ago. So their fans say we've waited long enough. Well, there's a long way to go in this match before we know who's going to win. Warrington 6, Featherstone Rovers 4. "25 yards line." Bobby Wanbon having a feel of the turf and the ball and the play. Philbin done it inside nicely. Alan Whittle. A couple of knock-on, but advantage. The referee says play on, advantage. And Warrington possession. Ashcroft. Warrington just showing signs of their real soul. Oh, he got a pass in nicely, Philbin. He's got out one, he's got two. Can he run? Whittle being chased, being tackled. Warrington running very good there. Mick Smith and Alan Rhodes took him. But Barry Gordon's in a hurry there with the position like that. Ashcroft not having to drop Murphy. Barry kick, well, it's a penalty. It's a penalty for Shepherding. And I don't mean the referee, it just happened to have said that. Because he ran in front of him. It's an Australian way. The word was, because they call it that, we just call it plain obstruction. So that was probably a let-off there, for Featherstone were really under pressure, with Warrington looking quite confident, leading the moment 6 points to 4. But indeed a lot of time, a lot of football, a lot of tactics, and I hope tries to unfold. Thompson, John Newlove. Well done, Mike Smith. That very good way he got his pass into David Dias. Bell, Bridges, Thompson. Jimmy Thompson's trying to get the through covering tacklers, but he's going halfway there, but not quite getting through. Harris the same, because they're taking 2 and 3 with him each time. He can't get his arm out. He won't let him on his arm. Look at it. See? Dave Chisnall. A great Dave Chisnall gesture. And Murphy's pinched the ball. And you can feel the tension coming up now. Not tension in the sense of nervousness, but... Oh, Murphy's done. Well. Who's the referee talking to? He's talking to 2 players. He's talking to Keith Bell and Dave Hartley. And he's talking to John Newlove, the captain. And Murphy is down and out. We'll have a look at that one if we can and see really what happened. John Newlove was on the top and shielded behind. There was Murphy. Keith Bell was in it. John Newlove was returning. Number 3, Derek Noonan came in. The referee calling Keith Bell. Murphy gets up, goes down, and then I think the boot went. Well, Nobby Clark. Well, they certainly. Alex Murphy rarely plays in the match, but what he is conspicuous. 6 points to 4 for Warrington. And in the dressing room we've got Brian Brady, the Warrington number 10, the prop forward, getting stitches in his head, ready to return if required. Wanbon's a good substitute, mind you. It is no halfway between the 25-yard line and the halfway line. Ashcroft wouldn't let him play the ball, and a penalty. But pulling away, Jimmy Thompson. 15 minutes to go to half-time. And so far, there have been all goals. And now there's the possibility of another one. And Murphy's quite all right. Except he's looking towards the other way again. This attempt, 3 successes, nearly on the 25-yard line. There's more. He's going towards his own goal post. What a kick, oh dear. Hey, the goal! Nothing, oh dear. It was a right flapper was that. And he gets a goal for it. Well, they all count to go over. Featherstone 4, Warrington 8. Midway between the halfway line and the 25-yard line. 6 tackle coming up. Good kick. It'll run. And this might be the last chance before the interval. We're getting close to the last chance. Bell in finding position has been accurate. Everyone has kicked a strong into touch. Scrum's 5-0 for Featherstone. Feed up by Kevin Ashcroft. He can't get a ball. He hadn't had a scrum, and he got a penalty against him. Kevin Ashcroft will take over the captaincy. He's kicking for touch. Not a very good one either. Only made about 10 yards. But of course, wanting a try before half-time, I suppose those are the tactics. But at 8-5, I would probably... Anyway, I'm not kicking, so it doesn't matter. But 8-6 is a much closer one at half-time than 8-4, surprisingly. But if they score a try before half-time, it will be a correct decision. Anybody going there nearest that Featherstone been a long while. Sam Shepherd getting quickly onto the job. Here's Bell, long one to Bray, seems to have recovered. Right on, be another penalty. Touch Jen. The referee having a word with Kevin Ashcroft. I don't think Kevin Ashcroft will talk at that moment. He realises he'll lose another 10 yards if he does. It would seem possibly they will take not a goal kick. They'll take just the tap kick and work a move. That could be under the post. The Newlip, the nearest one, the Bain. Is it over? Is it try? It's a try. Try for Featherstone. John Newlip, the captain. What a sensational try from a set piece, and they could go in front if they kick the goal. Let's have a look at it again. But Jimmy Thompson had moved it in, and then John Newlip, he seemed to be stopped, but his 6'1" took him over. Although Nicholas and Gordon were hanging around him, and this could be Featherstone going in front. Featherstone 7, Warrington 8. And what a change for a half-time pattern if Fox kicks it. Straight kick, is kicked 2 good ones. Is it go? Minutes gone. David, quite a sensational change there.
Yes, it is, because I feel that Featherstone have been slow in moving, getting their moves together, and they've been building up slowly, whereas Warrington have looked dangerous on many occasions. And it was a wise decision then, I felt, to put the ball into touch to take the tap penalty instead of kicking for goal. And as a result now, it means that they've struck a very big psychological blow on this game just before half-time.
Brady has had to stitch it in the dressing room. Murphy has got a rib recurrence, but could be back after the interval. Not sure about that, but Featherstone in front. And 40 minutes have gone. And Featherstone 9 points to 8. They've worked in most parts of the field with that move. Near the line it came up. The long stretch of John Newlove. Featherstone looking very good now. John Newlove, the captain, doing the right captain's part, coming at the right moment. And really this match is being built up. What a cracking second half. There is John Newlove, quiet spoken, but a man of great strength and courage and a good leader. The first scrum to be won by Warrington. Philbin. Well, it might just have squeezed in, but didn't. 2 minutes of injury time. Blowing around, the flags in the stadium beginning to be carried around. Whose advantage? It will be very hard to say. Midway, halfway on the right, 25-yard line on the left. Well, there's treatment in the dressing room for Warrington, no doubt. Murphy will now know that his team down by 9 points to 8, so Brady with 2 stitches in will have a skull cap on. I wouldn't surprise me if he came back. Murphy with rib injury, well, another 10 minutes, and a kick in the thigh as well. He'd been in the wars, but 9 points to 8, if only for a driving force, he'll want to come back in what could be his last Rugby League Challenge Cup final. Never lost at Wembley. Well, would have been with a losing team. Dave Hartley, centre. 3.5 minutes of injury time gone. Steve Nash got the ball. Oh, and good pass. Good pass to Dave Dias. He's going to kick. Philbin came over well. For the last 10 minutes, Featherstone have been on top in the sense that they appear to be a little bit more confident and they're getting the ball, but they're not getting a penalty there. In fact, it's Warrington who are getting a penalty for John Bridges' feet up. So I would think that Warrington would settle for the whistle now, even though the score is 9 points to 8 against them. The penalties are 9-9. A most unusual sound goes off. So does David Chisnall. So does the referee with the football. So at half time in this first half with a lot of dramatic football. It's only 1 try and 7 goals. Featherstone Rovers 9, Warrington 8. This is the new David Busfield on in the second row. David Busfield had 1 or 2 good matches for Featherstone, so I should think Featherstone, with a 1-point lead, might be just feeling the changes, but Murphy is back. Alan Whittle taking the dummy half position. And good crowd here, a good crowd of 80,000, which is well up on last year. The world record rugby league receipts of over £130,000 in this day of days for English rugby league. Warrington on the left, light jerseys, primrose and blue stockings. Oh, he's got up again, like Dave Dyche. Did it well. Halfway line just on the left. The sort of tactics the D team's got. Oh, Steve Nash. The Australians are going to love him in June and July, or hate him, as the case may be. But they like him because he's a good footballer. Bridges. Well, that was a funny sort of a duck. And the referee hasn't said anything. I thought he was going to have a quiet word out of the corner of his mouth with Dave Chisnall, but he didn't. Good grubber kick, but straight into the arms of Mick Philbin. Obi-Wan bomb.
All right, up and away! Come on!
Chisnall. Nicholas on the break. John Neilove did well there. John Neilove, that a brilliant piece of defensive work by John Neilove. Very few would realise it. Murphy going as fast as I've seen him go for a while. Noonan going fast too. Warrington a point behind, 9 points to 8. This is going to be a real cracking match in the second half. He hasn't grounded it. He didn't put a try though. He has now. Well, that was a good try by Kevin Ashcroft, and know what a delighted man he is. Put them back in the lead. The ball was dropped. There was the run, Alan Whittle, and then it came out, you see, and Kevin Ashcroft went in and put Warrington back into the lead, 11 points to 9. Whitehead. To go. 13 points to 9. Well, what a way to start the second half with, getting a try so soon. 2.5 minutes. David?
Well, it was that man Murphy again, a wonderful burst of speed. He put Whittle through to the post, and a try resulted again. The sheer presence of this fella in this Warrington side really makes them tick over, and it must have struck fear in the hearts of Featherstone just to see him walking out at half-time. So here we are again with Warrington in front in this game, and Featherstone with now an awful lot to do to pick it back.
Thank you, David. 13 points to 9 the score for Warrington. The team on the left, the team in possession. The club that hasn't won the Rugby League Cup for 20 years and yet have had 2 trophy successes this season and looking well. I've been a good game this, David Wright. Mick Philbin. Nicholas in and out of trouble, in it again, but trouble I mean in the sense of getting out of awkward tackles. Kevin Ashcroft delighted with that try. Barry Philbin. He's the younger of the 2 Philbin boys. Murphy to kick. And he holds it into the wind. And we get on. Oh, well taken. taken by John Bevan. David Dallas. Who again? John Bevan is claiming something there. Minutes gone. Another 35 minutes of this. There's going to be a lot of pressure on somebody. 10 yards out. Scrums Rovers at 5 to Warrington 2. And we played 5 or 6 minutes of injury time in the first half. Warrington have got the majority of the supporters come down, and a break-up or something there. A break-up and a penalty. Les Tonks talking to the referee. The holders Featherstone down at the moment, 13 points to 9. They need to be at the other end of the field, and I would imagine that Murphy will walk back and then decide that Whitehead shall kick. We'll see whether he does. He's got the ball. Yes. Now then, he's going to kick. Situation that Murphy likes to be in. Well, the lead has changed hands 4 times already this match. And Whitehead's had 5 successes. Some attempt, so he's been in good nick. It's going up, it's going over, and it's going in. Well, that's not, it wasn't an unlucky 13, it's a 15, made of 6 goals, 1 try, 15 points to Featherstone Rovers. 3 goals, 1 try, 9 points. The goals making the difference. Steve Nash, the man that now Featherstone must be looking to, although 1 try indicates the good defensive play. 6 goals to 3 indicates the offending side. Try and the goal to Featherstone would quickly put them back into a happier mood. Jimmy Thompson. Featherstone have played all their ties away from home. Les Tonks. Thompson again. Bridges. A lot of set-piece moves coming from Featherstone. Going to have a drop. Well, he was. But there hasn't enough space. It's a nice one. If it bounces right, it could be in. He's in front of the try. He's in touch. Corner flag's gone, and he's not. That they didn't give it, but the corner flag was knocked down. So, Keith, no try. Dave Dias thought he had it. I don't know what Bridges said about it to him, but it seemed to be remonstrating with him a little bit. Well, that was probably a vital miss, or a vital chance gone. Not taken by Featherstone young Dave Dias. I thought he got a bit of hit, the shoulder of the corner flag. Warrington. Possession. Wright having a good match. Nicholas, second row partner, also having a good match. Offside. Keith Bow. The referee's been pretty hot on this business of players standing up, and I would imagine here again that Murphy will have a look and then he'll call Whitehead up. Jimmy Thompson is going off injured. There's Kevin Ashcroft, and Jimmy Thompson's going off. Charlie Stone has come on as the replacement, so both subs are on. Derek Whitehead, 9th attempt, 6 successes from Warrington's 12th penalty, 15.9 the score, and it's one in, 17 points to 9. Thompson and Alan Rhodes up, both second row forwards at Featherstone, who have been in rather troubled times this season with injuries. There was a lot of doubt about whether either of them would make Wembley. Both came on, but both have now gone off. And Dave Busfield and Charlie Stone is on. And Warrington very much in a happy mood, I suppose. Scoreline of 17 points to 9. Barry Philbin. Another day for a lot of wing running. Murphy's tactics, putting Featherstone back onto defence, and there's two of them. They're not sure who's going to take it. That's the sign of just losing a little confidence. And wanting to make the tackles all the time. Philbin chasing box, but he's up. Stone, Charlie Stone. You must wonder what he's come on to in this match. Oh, he's running before he got the ball. Dave hardly dropped it. And Derek Noonan picked it up. Murphy. Noonan. Warrington forward, not getting the ball from the scrum, but in the open, dominating the situation. Nicholas. Featherstone just looking a little bit tired, unless he's physically tired. Mike Nicholas out. And quite a number of this sort of injuries. But Featherstone have yet to score this half. They went in front just before half-time. Murphy having a word with his acting captain, Kevin Ashcroft, who has more or less led Warrington. Can't put it in Eric to play the ball then. It was Nicholas having recovered. But the sponge man was still on. Chisnall. Six tackle coming up. Murphy will have a drop, and Murphy will kick it, and he jumps for joy. He looks all right there. 19 points to 9. Both teams moving the ball about well. Not a lot of end product, but a bit of... These two are just having a get-together. Aye, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear, dear, dear. Now who's going to be the calming influence? Who's going to be the calming influence, and what is going to be the end result of it? Well, there's this one sub coming on, but is Tonks. Alan Rhodes is back on. That's Tonks. Bridges. John Bridges. And Tonks has gone off. Tonks is Tonks sent off? No, he's gone off with his injury. Opening there for pick-up, the only Yorkshireman on the Warrington side. Long one to Nicholas. Derek Noonan. 25-yard line, and Featherstone really in trouble at the moment with Warrington full strength and keep going into the attack and taking a lot out of their tackling strength. Bridges waiting for the signal to come on. I think he can come on, yes, but he's obviously not in the best of condition. Doesn't look very good. A chance for Warrington. They've just got one try each, but Warrington 8 goals, Featherstone Rovers 3 goals. Time running out for Featherstone.